As Steve had highlighted, still outstanding, which will, in theory, be answered on the conference call. But the stock, going into earnings, the bar was very low, 8-week losing streak as we entered the week here. Tim, what do you make of the quarter so far?
I thought it was a fantastic quarter. Now, the way the stocks trade in the aftermarket is a very small snapshot of time. It's going to be volatile, but it kind of tells you that while we had insane demand, and I mean, it was really strong iPhone demand, double digit, et cetera, but the 17% revenue growth is something that the market doesn't believe is sustainable. It's fascinating because the two parts that made this a great number, both the China component and just, I think the anecdotal Google stuff, is stuff that we've learned in the last couple of weeks during this period where Apple's had this 8 straight down weeks. So we know memory is fine. We know memory is fine for the March quarter. We don't know it's fine for the second half of the year, even though we assume that Apple has the ability and the pricing power, even with someone like Samsung, who's about 70% of their memory, to actually be able to push suppliers around a little bit in an uncertain memory environment. I think it's services, and I think it's memory that are the two things that are holding the stock back from what otherwise I think the stock should be a lot higher. And I think it traded going into the numbers on weakness in services, concerns there. I think these numbers were good.
Yeah, year over year, the China number, well, Kovac just said it was 38%. Last Q1 fiscal 2025 was a disaster in China. It was down like 11%. So you're coming off like on a comparison basis, like a really low compare, right? So that's great. So China's come back a little bit. The story for Apple, and maybe this is one of the reasons why Tim just mentioned, like we know the things that were like pretty good there. It really comes down to what's going to happen in this June quarter as far as the release of Apple Intelligence and the upgraded Siri. And you could say they're all set up. Look at the installed base that they have. People have upgraded these phones to the latest phones. I mean, that being said, they're going to actually have a lot of this Siri AI on the device. I mean, that is really their plan, right? It's about security and that sort of thing. So again, it'll be really interesting because like for the last 2 years, the excitement has been an upgrade cycle with Apple Intelligence. Well, they've already gotten, it seems like, the upgrade cycle here, which maybe puts them in a great position. And I don't think there's any reason to sell it. I am surprised the stock's only up 1%. I mean, look at the headlines. It is an amazing quarter.
Yeah. What's your take?
So I think it was a point that you brought on the 4 o'clock show about
closing bell overtime.
Closing bell overtime,
yes.
Right? About Tim Cook's lack of comment on the question about memory and him wanting to answer it later in the conference call, which sort of leads one to believe maybe it's a bit of an issue. Maybe. I mean, if it is for them, it has to be for everybody else. To Tim's point about who's got negotiating power, but to the upgrade cycle. I think there's still a lot of room to go in the upgrade cycle, even though it was much better than I thought it would be and much better than I think the street thought it would be. So, I mean, there's a lot to like here. When you have a big revenue beat, usually good things happen. But in so many of these, you have to listen to the call. There's so much nuance there that can change things on a dime.
Yes, absolutely. And interesting to see the lack of reaction in Apple, maybe given the huge reaction that we're seeing across the board, Lori. I mean, look at the swings in Meta and Microsoft, and then in the after-hour session on SanDisk. And granted, this is not a blow out the numbers, blow off the doors kind of quarter for Apple, but still, it's a very muted reaction compared to what we've seen in earnings season so far.
What I think is really interesting about some of these big moves we've seen in some stocks, not all of them, this is what we used to get in small cap, and people would say they had pity on us because of the wild swings. We aren't used to this in large cap. It's been a relatively recent phenomenon that we get these kind of big swings. Look, it's been a very kind of squishy, soft start to reporting season. I feel like we're finally getting to the real part of reporting season with these big mega cap names. The whole debate on the street has been whether you quit them, and it's ultimately going to be earnings that come through. Maybe at this point what we're seeing, it's rotation within them. You have to pick and choose. But I kind of agree with Karen. You got to get to the call and see what they say.
Yeah, an AI strategy roadmap. That's what a lot of people want to hear, whether it is Apple Intelligence, the revamp of Siri, which is supposed to be in the next couple of months or so.
Listen, this is the perfect AI story now, okay? A couple years ago, it was all on the come, right? So these guys did not spend hundreds of billions of dollars like all the major hyperscalers to build out, to train models, that sort of thing. So they're never going to have that sort of business. But what they do have is an installed base of 2 billion users, and they're largely consumers, right? And if you think about how OpenAI and how the hyperscalers are going to monetize these businesses, it's going to be with the enterprise, right? So this might be, other than OpenAI, one of the first huge success stories as it relates benefits to the consumer. But we got to see what they roll out. We can all agree that whatever deals they do with OpenAI or Google Gemini, they're going to be great deals. They're working on the back of this infrastructure spend. But again, you guys tell me, is it a cheap stock? What sort of earnings appreciation are they going to get? What sort of margin appreciation are they going to get? Mm-hmm. The agentic layer of AI will be won on this device, and they're going to be the first ones to capture it from a consumer.